Tom the Guitar Guy. Today I'm Tom the Chef. This is my wife, Monica Chan. She's a registered dietitian over at Arrowhead Regional Medical Center. And today we're going to make for you a great dish, heart healthy, healthy eating, ginger, soy, salmon, along with some red rice and asparagus.
So red rice is a little bit different than what typical people will eat, white rice and brown rice. So why is it red? Is it because of the dye? Actually, it's antioxidant that red in color. It's also natural in a lot of berries. So it's really heart healthy for you. It has so much nutrient that I cannot even remember all of them. But part of it will be like high in fiber, so it slows your digestion, so it regulates your blood sugar better. And also high in selenium, help you fight infection. It has calcium, it has iron, it has magnesium to help you low blood pressure. What else we have?
We've got some nice asparagus here. Asparagus is in season these days. You want to make sure that your asparagus is nice and green. It's got some purple in the color tips, and then these tips are closed. If they're open, that means the asparagus is a little too overdone, so it's not going to taste as good. We've also got some ginger. What does ginger do?
Ginger actually has a lot of benefit for digestive system. It will help you relieve in case you have motion sickness, you have nausea, vomiting, or cold sweat. So it really help you in terms of your digestive system, as well as it has antioxidant that also help you to even prevent cancers.
Awesome. And then of course we've got our lovely salmon here. This is actually wild sockeye salmon. We got it from Costco. It's a nice place there. Little plug. Anyways, it's wild as opposed to farm raised. Most of the time when you see something labeled Atlantic salmon, it's actually farm raised. While as a wild sockeye, Alaskan sockeye, that's actually from the boats. So you'll notice that this has a nice deep red color to it, a little orange to it. Most Atlantic salmon or the farm raised salmon, what you'll see is a little lighter pale orange. Not quite light, but it's definitely a different intensity if you see them. One of the biggest things you want to remember when you're looking and cooking any type of fish, and like salmon, is there's not supposed to be really any smell to it. So when you open it up from the package, if it smells fishy at all, throw it out. Don't take a chance at it, it's bad. Regular good fish should not smell like anything other than like the ocean air. So if you've ever been on a cruise, down by the beach, you get that nice smell there. That's what you should smell. If it smells like dead fish, it'll make you dead, so don't do that.
How about when you touch it?
Oh, and when you touch it, it'll spring back. It won't condense. So that means, again, the meat is nice and firm.
So there are some talking regarding wild salmon versus farm salmon. So like Tom said, the farm salmon is more pink, orange color, and wild salmon is more deep red. So what are the difference? Which one should you pick? So I was categorize them to three areas. The first is like the toxins in the fish. You want to think about the chemical PCBs as well as the mercury. Second thing I want to talk about between them is the omega-3 fatty acid content of them. The third thing is the cost. So for farm-raised salmon, the toxicity, the chemical PCB, farm-raised is higher than the wild salmon. But the mercury, actually they both are on the low side, so they are safe for pregnant ladies and children to eat. So the second thing is the omega-3 fatty acid. The farm salmon actually has slightly higher omega-3 fatty acid than wild salmon. The reason is the farm-raised salmon is higher in fat. So when it's high in fat, naturally you're higher in omega-3 fatty acid. But I just want to make sure the wild salmon also high. So they both are higher, it's just farm-raised is slightly higher. The third thing is the cost. And of course, wildlife is a little more pricier than the farm salmon. So it's your choice if we break it down to the three areas.
All right, so let's do some little cooking here. To season the salmon, what we're going to do is we're going to take about a 3/4 cup of olive oil. couple teaspoons of soy sauce, so low sodium soy sauce. A little rice wine vinegar, about a tablespoon, and then also sesame oil. Cut up a couple green onions, throw that in there as well too. Save a little for garnish. And then a couple cloves of garlic. Throw that in there. Some brown sugar. And then the salmon. Oops. And then some ginger. This is about 2 ounces of ginger sliced here. Take that. You put it in there, you mix it all up. You'll want to season this and let it sit in the refrigerator for at least a half an hour. Overnight is better, so the longer the better, but if you give it at least a half an hour, that gives the time for all the flavors to kind of infuse and get in there. So you stick it in the refrigerator. When it comes out, it's all nice and fused up and done. Let's take those pieces, roll them on the skillet here. You'll preheat the pan over like medium hot heat. Get it up to temperature so it's hot. As soon as it is, you throw the salmon in there, skin side down. You'll cook it for about 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you flip it, add about a quarter cup of water in there, and then cover it and let it simmer for another 7 minutes and turning down the heat to medium. So that way it doesn't burn.
Very good. I noticed you also add garlic. So garlic also have a lot of health benefit in it. It can help you lower your blood pressure as well as your cholesterol.
And then with the asparagus, what we'll do is we'll take a little olive oil and just kind of drizzle it over there. Doesn't have to be a lot. And this thing, a little goes a long way. And then I like to use McCormick's Perfect Pinch because it's salt-free. We're already cooking with soy sauce, so that's already got some sodium in there already, so we're doing a lot of salt-free because again, we're trying to be heart healthy and eat. So you sprinkle that on there, let it sit for a couple of minutes as well too, just to kind of infuse. And then you throw that on a grill, throw that in the pan, and pan sear it for about 4 or 5 minutes. Biggest thing with asparagus is you don't want to overcook it because then what it ends up happening is it ends up being limpy and then chewy, as opposed to a nice crispy texture to it. All right, so after everything's cooked up for you, you're ready to plate it, and when it does, it should all come out like this. My son Daniel's gonna bring this stuff over here and we'll show you a nice plate here. Thank you, son. And how about the other one? Thank you.
Thank you. As you can see, this is a plate USDA nutrition guideline recommended. Half plate vegetable, a quarter plate lean protein, a quarter plate high fiber carbohydrates, which is starch. So we have pretty perfect heart healthy meal for you.
Thank you very much. See you next time.